Hello, my little yarnivores and spiderettes. Fiber Spider here once again with a little bit of happy mail and a little bit of a sneak peek of something that I've been working on feverishly in my little spider way. How are all of you doing? I'm doing okay. Um, you know, busy, busy as per usual. Been working on a whole bunch of things in the kitchen as per usual. Just keeping busy, productive, creative, doing my thing. I hope all of you are doing really well. Yes, and yeah. So, well, I have been at it at the sewing machine, and I finished another quilt just last night. Yes, I did. And this one is a bit of a different style than the first one. This this is called a jelly roll race quilt. And I absolutely love how it came out. So we got some width going on here. And I'm going to stand up so you can get a better look at it. Bear with me here. Absolutely love it. Now, this is a bit more of an organic approach to quilting. It's a bit more randomized, a bit more organic, and I absolutely love it. Now, it's called a Jelly Roll Race quilt. For those of you that are not familiar, it's called a Jelly Roll Race quilt because it uses what they call a jelly roll. Jelly rolls are pre-cuts of fabric rolled up to look like a jelly roll. It's about 2.5 inches wide by about 42 to 44 inches in length strips, about 40 of them, and you sew them all together in a rather interesting fashion, and you end up with the quilt top. And then, well, to finish it up, I attached a backing, and there's some squishy batting in the middle, and then I did the tying method to quilt it together. And I love how this came out. It's about 49 inches by 57 inches ish, and I love it. Eventually, not this second, but eventually I would like to put this up on my Etsy store. I haven't gotten to it yet, but I have plans. Yes, I have plans to actually do a tutorial on how to make one of these. Now, I'll be the first to say, I am no expert when it comes to quilting, all right? I am an enthusiastic novice. I'll be the first to say it. And yes, there are a lot of other tutorials on quilting, just like there are a ton of other tutorials on sewing and crocheting and knitting and so on and so forth. Yeah, I know, but I'd like to show you because this is actually a very easy, relatively speaking, a really easy and pretty quick example of how to make a quilt. Yeah, and because you would be using a pre-cut jelly roll, well, that makes the process all the easier. The quilt top itself, actually, you can do it in I want to say a couple of hours, if that. It's a pretty easy process. The sandwiching together and making it, into a quilt, well, that takes a bit longer in my opinion, but I love it. Yeah. And I just the prints, you've got little coffee cups, and it has sort of a Parisian theme going on because it also has the Eiffel Tower and balloons and macarons, and it's a cute sort of throw quilt. Really, really like it. So that is a little sneak peek of things to come. It is difficult for me to do any sort of sewing on camera when I don't have the place to myself. So that's what's been keeping me from doing any sort of a sewing tutorial. I'm working on it. I promise you, I am working on it because I think it'd be a lot of fun to delve into even more fiber arts together. Yeah, I think so. Well, I'm always curious for your input. I think it'd be fun. Also, of course, other hand sewing, some embroidery, perhaps. I dabble. So that being said, we also have some happy mail. So it's been sitting here, and let's open it, shall we? Okay. Okie dokie. So, got a couple of packages, and I do also have a card. So, let's start with that. And this is from Georgia. Let's take a look, see. And we got some doggos, some cute little woofers. Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Let's see what it reads here. Dear Craig, aka Fiber Spider, thank you so much for sharing your God given talents, skills, creativity, and artistic abilities with us via YouTube. Well, as always, you are very, very welcome. I have made several of your hats now as gifts for loved ones. I wish you could see their eyes dance in delighted surprise after they open one of the beautiful hats you designed. Patiently and kindly explained, taught on YouTube, excuse me, and are responsible for me being able to gift them. I enclosed a small gift for you to use. Thank you again. It's just a token of my gratitude to you. Blessings to you, Cynthia, aka Praying Wife and Mama on YouTube. Oh, well, thank you very, very, very much. I really do appreciate, and it will come in handy. Thank you, especially with the fabric that I've been buying lately because it adds up. It does. I mean, you end up with a lot of scrap, which you can then apply to other projects, but to get yardage, it costs. So thank you very, very much. I really appreciate that. And then, well, this package here, this I know is from my really good friend Russ, and I also know it's fabric. I don't know what the fabric is, but I'm going to save this one for last. So next up, got something from Amazon. And I have no idea who it's from. I just know it's from Amazon. And I'm going to be careful not to cut it. I'm working on it. Aha! What do we have here? Ooh. Oh, this is so funny. I saw this book, but I didn't pick it up. And lo and behold, here it is. It's called Waterfall Crochet Granny Squares. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And it's a way of crocheting these squares in a sort of continuous fashion where you're not doing sort of like a tapestry kind of thing. And they have a whole bunch of examples on the back. Really quite cool. Very, very neat. Thank you very much. Now, is there a note? I hope there's a note because I didn't see one. Hang on. Oh! This is from Terry. Thank you very, very much, Terry. I appreciate. Thank you. And as far as the patterns themselves, I don't know if I would ever do one of those specifically on the channel. However, I think that if nothing else, it would be a great springboard for learning a technique that way I could then try to design my own. It could happen. So, let's see. We have another box. Ah! All right. Now this one, it's not very heavy, but it's got something going on in here. I don't know what's going on here. So this is also from Amazon. I have not a clue. Well, I am kind of clueless, but that's beside the point. There we go. What is this? Oh, wait, I think I've had one of these before. Oh, this is a big sucker. Oh, I had a small version of this. Wait, wait, wait. I see a note. I see a note. Oh, happy Valentine's Day from Mary Beth. Thank you. You're such a sweetheart. These are really good. Okay. I have had these before, but it was in like the little mini version, and they were really, really good. You know. Um, oh, wow. So this is a classic panettone pudding. Oh, no, there's a recipe for classic panettone pudding. Oh, okay, okay. So, like, if you cut up this, you could. Oh, it was like it was meant to be. I just did that video on bread pudding. Go figure. So this is a classic panettone. So it's got. It looks like it has like little dried fruits and candied fruits on the inside, sort of like a fruit cake. You know, it's. I can't wait to get into this. Over the weekend, actually, um, I had um, uh, I had made a cake actually, and I didn't use a cake mix. No, no, I made it from scratch, and I was really pleased with myself. It turned out okay. I mean, I ate it. It was very moist, a bit dense, but it was my first attempt. And I'm sure that there are other recipes that might be more conducive for the squishy type of texture I was going for. But it's a start. And, well, I finished it off last night, so this couldn't have come at a better time. Thank you very much, Mary Beth. I appreciate it. All right, so I've got one package left. Let's see what's inside, shall we? Alrighty, so before I forget and before I open up Russ's package, I just wanted to give you a sneak preview of this weekend's tutorial, the Granny Spike Stitch Shawl, and I love it. It's gorgeous, it's quick, it's simple, and for those of you that have been following me for any length of time, you guys know I love the granny stitch. However, I also realize that not all of you are a fan of very lacy fabrics, and especially in this cold weather, you want something perhaps a little bit more solid. So here you go. Absolutely, it's so yummy. It is so yummy. And the colorway of this yarn, the yarn that I used actually is Karen Blossom Cakes. And I just thought it had a really nice, subtle, muted color change going on, and I am in love. Absolutely. There's so much that you can do with, playing around with different colors, colorways, etc., etc. And I thought it didn't have to be very stark and contrasty. It can be more muted, more blended, if you will. And what I liked about this particular colorway is that it wasn't really, really choppy, and it wasn't like a huge length of one solid color. No, it sort of shifted and transitioned. Words are hard. It transitioned through, and it just, I thought, it's really quite gorgeous. The yarn was not the cheapest. It was like $12.99 per cake, but the results, need I say more? All right, so without further ado, yes, now let us open up Russ's package, because it's been staring at me, screaming, "Open me!" Okay, okay. I will. All right, so the moment of truth. Russ, he is, as you guys know, he is my best friend. And on some previous occasions, he was late for my birthday, so he made up for it by being really, really, really early. And he's a total sweetheart. So yeah, my birthday is not even until, February 19th. And here it is. I mean, we're not even done with January, but he's a sweetheart. So, and he knows that I've been hard at it with the sewing machine. So it looks like we have ourselves some fabrics. My goodness. Oh, is there a note? The invoice? What is this? Okay, it is an invoice. Okay. Andover Midnight Haunts Fat Quarter Bundle, Jade Gems roll, and a mahogany roll. Ooh, looking forward to seeing what those are all about. So this looks like the Andover Midnight Haunts Fat Quarter Bundle. So it looks like we got some Halloween themes going on in here. I see some bats, and I see some jack-o'-lanterns with some cute little hats. Very cool. Let's take a look-see. I'm going to open these up. I'm going to open these up so you can see and I can see. Now, I haven't done a lot of work with fat quarters yet. I have a bunch of fat quarters. They call them fat quarters because it's sort of a quarter of a yard, but just like a little bit more than a quarter of a yard, hence fat quarters. And so we've got this bundle here, and this is from jellyrollfabric.net. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fat quarters. My goodness. All right, so I'm not going to unfold them, but I will show you them as they are. So we've got some bats in orange and gray on a black background. Really quite pretty. Also, I really love prints that are, not quite directional. Like, it doesn't matter. It's like if it's this way or if it's this way. Some of them are very, very specific. Personally, I prefer prints that are not, strictly directional. This one too, which complements this one very, very nicely. This one is so cool. I love this one. I love the sort of Harlequin background with the bats. Really, really cool. Love that. And then we've got some pumpkins. This one is a bit of a larger print, so let me open that up a little. That is cool. Very, very cool. Is that handwriting? Yeah, it's sort of nondescript script handwriting with some jack-o'-lanterns and what would you call those? Like a damask kind of thing. It's not quite a fleur-de-lis, but we also have some bats as well. Oh, and we got some more jack-o'-lanterns. Spooky, spooky skeletons. Very, very cool. Love jack-o'-lanterns. And yes, we have some more bats. Oh, and some more bats. We got a lot of bats going on here. My goodness. Yeah, let's see. So this one you already saw. So then I just saw this one. So it sort of corresponds with this one a little bit. And then there's another one here also. So we have a lot of really cool coordinating fabrics going on here. And then we have another little bat one. And then we have these two with the jack-o'-lanterns. Very, very, very cool. So out of these, we have some that look like they sort of pair together. Yeah, like for instance, these two go together. And then these two definitely go together. This one, I mean, it's still bats, but it doesn't have like the multicolored bat thing going on, but still really, really cool. And then, actually, yeah, see this one? Yes and no. It's sort of like a an inverse, like a negative of it, but it still goes together. And then, of course, we have these three really gorgeous ones. I'm very excited to be working with these. Now, like I said, I'm not very fluent with working with fat quarters, as far as like how much yardage you end up getting out of them for an entire quilt top. I'm working on it though. I'm working on it. Um, it's a work in progress. So now we got, oh, whew, we got some jelly rolls. Okay, so let's see, we have the mahogany. So I've got 2 mahoganies here. So this is what a jelly roll looks like. And so that quilt that I showed you earlier, that used up 1 jelly roll, which is, like I said, 40 strips, about 2.5 inches wide, about 44 inches long. Now this, I can't quite tell, and I'm afraid to open it up because the fabric will get everywhere. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So this looks like it is a 20 strip jelly roll. However, there are 2 of them, and you can see the really gorgeous looking autumn colors. Really, really looking forward to working with these. So I've got 2 of these, which is great because if, like for instance, if there are 40 strips, which I doubt based on the size, if there were 40 strips, I could do an entire quilt top with just this one. But with the 2, if this totals up to a total of 40 strips, then yeah, I could totally do a jelly roll race quilt. Now, oh, okay, problem solved. Yeah, so this is, the 2.5 inch roll, 20 strips, and I've got 2 of them. So yeah, that's actually quite perfect. So I could do an entire jelly roll race quilt with this. And then I've got these as well. Now this one is called Jade Gems. Ooh. We got some serious greens going on in here. Look at that. Gorgeous, vibrant, lush, and so pretty. I can't wait. So yeah, again, with these 2, because this is 20 and 20, could put these together and make a quilt top, no problem. I'm excited. Are you excited? I'm excited. Russ, thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. So the trick is figuring out what to do with all this. Now, I do have some other jelly rolls as well that I also was, planning on using, and so on and so forth. I don't know. I'm undecided. I don't know because I might end up using perhaps these or these on my next project. I don't know yet. I don't know because you know what? I have a box. Bear with me one moment. I will be right back. All right, so before I open this package, I was going through my stash, and I was thinking about using one of these for my next Jelly Roll Race Quilt project. And I went a little crazy. It happens, but I got 4 of these, and no, they're not exactly cheap, but it saves you a lot of effort and a lot of work getting these. So these are Java Batik jelly rolls. Now these are 40 strips, and they have the pinked edge, the little zigzag edge, which keeps them from fraying. And so look at all of these gorgeous, gorgeous fabrics. So yeah, this is a jelly roll of 40 right off the bat. So this is sort of a green themed color. And then I've got one in sort of a gray hued bundle. And then I have one sort of a brown hued bundle. And these are all batiks. I love batik fabric. It is my favorite kind of print of fabric. I love batiks. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And then, last but not least, I have sort of a golden, yellowish, mustardy blend of batiks as well. So, you know what? This is a great opportunity. I could use some input. Yeah. I'm going to ask you for your opinion because, like I said, I would very much like to do a Jelly Roll Race Quilt type tutorial as well as I can. As far as doing sewing tutorials, no, I'm not very fluent, but I want to do so for you guys. So if I'm going to do a tutorial, which of these jelly rolls would you like to see me use for that tutorial? Let me know in the comments section. So, recap. We have, we'll call this the yellow, the gold, the yellow. We've got the yellow. We have the gray. We have the green. And we have the brown. Okay, so these are the batiks, if you will. And then we also, of course, have the ones from Russ. We have the mahogany. Okay. And then we have the jade. This is going to be bright when I use it. My goodness. Bright, but in a good way. So we've got jade, mahogany, yellow, brown, green, or gray. So, and when I say green, I don't mean jade because that's Russ's. This is green, green batik. So let me know in the comments section what you guys would like to see. And I will take your input into consideration because, I mean, I could use any one of those and have some really awesome results, I'm sure. So, my goodness, what a day. Now, yes, I have my work cut out for me, most certainly. No pun intended. Well, if nothing else, I got dessert. Thank you. All right, as far as the fat quarters, I have a couple of project ideas, but as far as turning fat quarters into a quilt, I'm working on it. It's work in progress. At any rate, listen, guys, I want to thank you so very, very much for joining me today. Hope you had fun watching me and my antics and so forth. And yeah, and and yes, also, of course, stay tuned for this weekend's project. I really hope that you like it. And yeah, so listen, you know what to do until next time, right? I want all of you to stay inspired, stay caffeinated, stay stitching, stay safe, and yeah, let me know in the comments section which of those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one of those 6 different colors that you would like to see me use, and we will go from there. All right? Well, you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now, everybody. Have a good one.